A deal for me?
A deal for everyone!
17 East Van Buren Street, Joliet, Illinois.
Attention, growth-minded contractors. Are your appointment cancellation rates increasing and your margins decreasing? They don't have to. We have the solution to help you turn those numbers around and grow your business, regardless of the economy. Engage clients before appointments, decrease last-minute cancellations, and increase keep rates with our easy-to-use virtual home designer tool. Clients will be actively involved by uploading their house pictures that personalize the design process. Your clients can change the design of their house and upgrade the parts they want with our product catalog. Clients can download the design report, accelerating the process and closing the deal quickly. Impress your clients and stand apart from the competition while demonstrating your skills with Richards Building Supply Virtual Home Design Center.
For the past 3 years, we have been awarded Energy Star Partner of the Year for Energy Management, and this year we have won Energy Star Partner of the Year for Sustained Excellence, which is the highest level of EPA Environmental Protection Agency recognition, and it is truly an honor. We're very, very happy to receive this award and this recognition.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on Channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede!
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith, but my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Solon, O'Connor, and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and a goal! So 3-3, the power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
This is Emily Lazadovich for Sports Broadcast Solutions, the broadcasting network for everyone. Today we're here with Sam Price, the goalkeeper for Steel City. Sam, coming off of a 3-0 loss last time, what was your guys' mentality coming into This is Emily Lazadovich for Sports Broadcast Solutions, the broadcasting network for everyone. Today we're here with Sam Price, the goalkeeper for Steel City. Sam, coming off of a 3-0 loss last time, what was your guys' mentality coming into this game now, taking that loss and coming in today?
Yeah, obviously last game was a really tough performance. We played a team that was incredibly capable, but I think especially with a quick turnaround here, but with just 2 days before the next game, it's really just a question of trusting in our plan, trusting in our coach, and trusting in each other. And I think as a team we do that really, really well.
Absolutely. Now, what is your guys' game plan? Obviously, you have incredible chemistry with your defense. What did you guys talk about before the game coming into this, kind of about pushing the defenders out and then reducing the shots on goal as well? Kind of what was the mentality there that you had the discussion with them?
Yeah, the main defensive goal for this game, I would say, is to minimize needless mistakes and to minimize needless errors. So our goal today is to reduce possession turnovers in the middle of the field, and to keep the ball well like we consistently do, and to channel that possession into attacking chances instead of defensive errors.
Absolutely. And then what was Coach's words before the game? What did he say to you? What did he say to the defense? What did he say to the team in terms of what his vision for the game plan is today?
I think Coach Neidel's vision was really clearly communicated. He expressed that he had a lot of confidence in us, and he wanted us to play with a lot of confidence. And he said that we need to have the confidence in the ball that we consistently have throughout the season. And so he both gave us things that we need to improve on from last game, but also told us to trust our instincts and to trust our game plan as a team.
Absolutely. Thank you much, Sam. Stay tuned because we will be right back.
Attention, growth-minded contractors. Are your appointment cancellation rates increasing and your margins decreasing? They don't have to. We have the solution to help you turn those numbers around and grow your business, regardless of the economy. Engage clients before appointments, decrease last-minute cancellations, and increase keep rates with our easy-to-use virtual home designer tool. Clients will be actively involved by uploading their house pictures that personalize the design process. Your clients can change the design of their house and upgrade the parts they want with our product catalog. Clients can download the design report, accelerating the process and closing the deal quickly. Impress your clients and stand apart from the competition while demonstrating your skills with Richards Building Supply Virtual Home Design Center. Do you expect experienced, professional, and personalized attention from your building supply partnerships? You should. Are you getting the specific attention you need to help your business grow? You can. Introducing ICO Roof Pro and Grow through Richards Building Supply. As a professional small business, you need real solutions to achieve your desired growth outcomes. This requires more than sample boards, pricing, and on-time delivery, which sets the bar too low. You need more. To grow and win in this ultra-competitive environment, you need ultra-competitive solutions. With Richards Building Supply, get the personalized attention you deserve and need. Take advantage of incredible first-time user incentives. Gain discounted access to a host of our industry's most reputable marketing tools through a Roof Pro membership. And that's just the beginning. Don't believe us? Let us show you. ICO Roof Pro and Grow through Richards Building Supply.
A deal for me? A deal for everyone!
17 East Van Buren Street, Joliet, Illinois.
Attention, growth-minded contractors. Are your appointment cancellation rates increasing and your margins decreasing? They don't have to. We have the solution to help you turn those numbers around and grow your business, regardless of the economy. Engage clients before appointments, decrease last-minute cancellations, and increase keep rates with our easy-to-use virtual home designer tool. Clients will be actively involved by uploading their house pictures that personalize the design process. Your clients can change the design of their house and upgrade the parts they want with our product catalog. Clients can download the design report, accelerating the process and closing the deal quickly. Impress your clients and stand apart from the competition while demonstrating your skills with Richards Building Supply Virtual Home Design Center.
Steel City FC. From Frankfurt, number 71, the legend of indoor, Danny Mack. From Joliet, number 16, Santos Contreras. From Tinley Park, number 8, Matthew Ribbon. From Joliet, number 29, Leo Harrow. From Chicago, number 5, Angel Arismendi. From Romeoville, number 43, Adrian Lechuga. From Gilman, number 64, Diego Camarena. And from Joliet, number 0, Sebastian Contreras. And now please welcome the starting 11 for tonight's game for your Steel City FC. From New Lenox, number 9, he's back, Nolan McGrath. From Shorewood, number 31, Max Schobo.
Hey, Mario. Hey. You
sitting up there?
Yeah. This is the best place? Good. I thought this was the most expensive seat in the house.
How much you pay for it?
Huh?
How much did you pay for it?
I got the free ticket that Obama gave me out of my pocket. Send it over.
We'll sneak in, sit right in the seat.
Yeah, right. So funny.
Difficulties. We'll resume our starting lineup introduction from Lyle, number 25, Hans Henneke. From New Lenox, number 7, and co-captain and all-time leading scorer, Jay Lyson. From Kankakee, number 10, Rodrigo Munoz. From Joliet, number 69, free kick specialist, Brandon Chewy Camacho. From Chicago, number 1, Sam Price. From Moni, number 40, Carlos Morales. From Jimmy Park, number 99, Jake Pasco. From Crest Hill, number 18, Jason Iniguez. From New Lenox, number 24, Zach Davis. And from Kankakee, head coach, Nigel Diller. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's hear it for your Steel City FC.
Should have gone to Dunner.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. You ready, Bob?
I am ready when you are.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another production of SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone. I'm Kyle Smith alongside my partner in crime and friend, Bob Vilsaway. It is 8:05 p.m., Bob, which means it's about some time for some Midwest Premier League soccer. It's Rockford FC in the blue against the black Steel City FC. Partner Steel City, they've struggled with scoring goals, including their last game, a 3-0 loss over to RWB Adria, but they're one of the best teams overall in Midwest Premier League play when it comes to not giving up goals.
Well, this is a tough group of teams to play against, but I think that goal drought's going to end tonight against Rockford. I think you'll see a kind of a deluge. I think you'll see kind of a deluge of goals scored here tonight.
Rockford FC in the blue, Steel City in the black. Steel City would like to welcome Bloom Township Soccer Camp. The program was initiated in 2013 and is coordinated by Miss Emily Oviedo, who's a collegiate athlete at Governor State University. Miss Oviedo was an original camper in 2013 and has been involved in all 10 years of the program with the help of the director, Sonia Perez. As we start play here at Steel City Stadium, Julian Healthcare Field. Right now, it's played by Rockford. Rockford, partner, they're not going to the playoffs, and they'd really love a win before the season ends.
No kidding, but to get that first win, like I said, in this group of teams is not an easy thing to do. So I don't know if they're going to get it tonight. But I love this stadium, the Slammer Stadium here in Joliet. Great place to play. It's called Julian
Healthcare
Field. Yeah, but I like it here. It's a baseball field, and of course you see the dirt on the infield, but it's not really dirt. It's just brown turf. So from the soccer perspective, it's the same exact surface.
Midwest Premier League action. It's a beautiful pitch here in Joliet, Illinois. By the way, if there's something wrong with the broadcast, let us know. We'll get it fixed for you in terms of the audio or anything else with the broadcast.
But you probably can't help me with the pronunciation of the field.
Julian Healthcare Field. That's a pretty easy one, partner. And the broadcast just started, too.
I think last time I was here, I went there for a normal checkup in the morning and then came here, and then it was named after the place I went for the checkup for. So they provide good service in real life.
Partner, how do you keep playing soccer if you're Rockford FC as they're on the attack? That shot, and it goes very wide. Sam Price, he was so good in that game against Chicago City. If Chicago City had won that match back on July 9th, Bob, Chicago would have been in first place in the Heartland Conference, but Sam Price with an excellent shutout. That being said, he was also aided by 4 shots. 2 went off the crossbar, 2 went off the post. Sam Price was great between the pipes, but how does Rockford try to get one past Sam Price tonight, maybe get that 1-0 win and try to salvage what's been a tough season thus far for Rockford?
Well, I'm going to say that what they have to do is first get it past the defense. I don't know if they're going to be able to make Sam Price work or not, but I will say he was a terrific pregame interview. Hopefully you saw it.
So when it comes to pregame interviews, one can say the price is right.
Oh, no.
When it comes to Sam.
So you have a 1-0 lead already.
Yeah, I'm punishing you.
I've been shut out.
Clean sheet in terms of no puns. Lead pass over that time to 24 and played out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in coming up for Steel City. It's a new addition in 24. That's Zach Davis as a throw-in for Steel City.
I like those successful give and goes like that. You have to put 2 or 3 or 4 of those together on a drive to get a good quality shot. Maybe not 2, 3, or 4, but at least get one of those going. And they almost had a nice give and go. Of course, they're going to try to do that a lot against Rockford, see how many goals they can score.
It's just been a rough season for Rockford, partner, but they're not the worst team, at least not by goal differential. It's been a very tough year for Indy Boys FC, minus 35 GD for Rockford FC, minus 29, Rockford 0-6-2. I'm an American, so I do wins, losses, draws. But in standard soccer, they actually do wins, draws, losses, because you get 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, 0 points for a loss.
I like that. I actually like it when you do wins, draws, losses. But, yeah, it's kind of a European thing. But more and more of the European things are getting brought to the States.
Well, I mean, America is technically a European country because it was originally run by Europe, by Great Britain. As that shot partially deflected, then into the breadbasket of Bautista, as here comes Rockford. Underhand pass over to Bitangelo, as Bitangelo plays it out to midfield. Stolen that time by Davis, and a foul committed by Rockford. It'll be a free kick for Steel City, as Rockford in the blue. Not a good decision there, partner. A free kick and a set-piece opportunity for Steel City.
Well, sometimes you just get there late. I guess you could argue anytime you get there late, it was a bad decision, right? But sometimes you're aggressive and you mistime it and you just don't get there on time. And I know this isn't a great spot for a free kick exactly for Rockford, but it's kind of enough in the middle of the field. There's probably not too much danger here.
Free kick on the left-footed boot. As that shot, just goes a little bit wide off the foot of Hanika. And the set piece, almost a goal for Steel City.
Yeah, it's just after me saying it wasn't too much danger, right? So all he needed was a kick to go like one more foot to the left, and that goes in. Didn't look like the goalie was going to be able to get that. So a game of inches in this case.
That kick past midfield. Lysick going after it. And it's blown dead by the ref. It'll be a throw-in coming up for Rockford. Nope, they're going to say free kick awarded. And a foul committed by Steel City.
Yeah, I didn't see that foul. But we got it on film, so you can go back and replay it and see what he did.
Near midfield, free kick for Rockford.
Now this is a little bit further than the free kick that Steel City had.
As that one is actually blocked by his own teammate. Turnaround shot. Price with an easy save. It's off the foot of Manriquez.
I love how you say it's an easy save as he goes diving to the right, but I don't know that that was actually on target.
But the goalie gets it and brings it out now.
He's going to go wide. I mean, the goalies, their natural inclination is to go down regardless, even if it's a shot from 30 or more feet away, 30 or more yards away. But
well, they're trained to do that. That's exactly right. It's not just their inclination.
Right, and it's a lot easier to make that save and avoid an own goal by going down to the turf, trying to make that standing still. It's tougher, man. When it's easier when you do it stand still to go off your fingertips into the back of your own net.
Sam Price just wanted to show off on that diving stop.
Fortunately, that diving stop, did you see that in the Sox-Twins game yesterday? Colas dove for it because he fell down. The Twins tied it up on a sacrifice fly.
You know, I didn't see that, but I'm also, when you brought that up, it reminded me that the World Cup is going on in Australia, and that's fun. On Wednesday, the U.S. plays the Netherlands. That'll be a terrific game. That'll be the top 2 teams in their pool.
What happens if the Netherlands don't win that game?
Well, it means the USA will have one.
One would say that the Americans didn't let them win nethermore.
Oh, no. No, you don't get a win for that.
Do I get a tie?
I'm not sure on that one, but there's a guy tied up on the ground here. Another collision, again, totally accidental collision, a little out of control, and you get a free kick from there. A little better position, kind of straight on. You like those free kicks when they're a little bit more at an angle. But you can create the angle by hitting it, you know, you're in the center here, but the far post would be on my near right side, so the kick's probably going to go that way in the air.
That pass over to the right wing side.
Yeah, a little too far.
And it'll be a Steel City ball.
But now Steel City's going to have to bring the ball all the way up from here.
Steel City would like to thank its presenting partner, Ozinga. Ozinga is a 4th-generation family-owned American business in the construction materials industry. They make a positive impact on individuals, their families, and the community for generations by providing concrete, aggregates, and cement that help build a better future. Not a lot happening, partners. Been a couple of fouls. A chance for Haneka as here comes Steel City. Trying to get it out in front. Haneka had it briefly and then stolen away by Rockford.
Well, if you're the underdog, in this case Rockford, they are the underdog. Right now, the success is 0-0 with X amount of time going by in the game. So right now, both teams are kind of feeling each other up, figuring out where the weaknesses are, and they're going to try to figure out what adjustments they need to make during the first half rather than waiting until halftime. But still 0-0, so Rockford got to feel somewhat fortunate there. There's been no quality, well, that hit ball that hit the post, but no real quality shots on goal on either side yet.
So right now, Steel City and Rockford both with 2 fouls apiece, as it'll be Lysick on the free kick. Right-footed boot. Off the foot, shot right into the breadbasket of Bautista.
What a great shot, though. I mean, you have to take it, and if it's to the right or to the left just a little bit, that would have been in, but unfortunately right to the goalie. But it was a great shot from a distance, and he had some pace on it.
As Sam Price will let that one go, and it's going to be a corner kick for Rockford.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of taking shots from a distance and then having them miss the net. At least that one was right on, but of course, like you said, right in his breadbasket, that's never going to go in. But at least he didn't miss the net by several feet. Of course, we are manning stat crew today, so we know if it's wide or on goal or to just a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left.
Little tap pass. I don't know, partner. I don't know if I like that play. Too slow moving of a ball there.
Absolutely true. Yeah, I think you should be putting those in the air on the far post for I'll say a tap in with the head, although it doesn't feel like a tap when it goes off your head, but looking for a deflection off the head.
Yeah, nice hang time. Give your striker a chance to head that one into the back of the net.
Right, and something we noticed before, and you just kind of called it, it was a slow-moving ball on the ground on the corner kick. What we've seen from some of the better teams is they kick it on further than the far post, looking for a deflection on the far side.
Right now, Steel City with it. They've had a couple of opportunities as it's now played by Munoz. Trying to feed it that time to Morales. Rockford looking to steal, and they will. Trying to clear it off the foot of Morales, and it'll be a Rockford throw-in. The guy that was closest to it was Alicia Louise.
Yeah, this will be a goal kick. I'm pretty sure it went on that side of the flag in the corner, so it should be a goal kick.
Remember, it's where it goes out first, not where the ball ends up. It's like one of those plays in football on a punt. The ball ends up going into the end zone, but if it originally went out at the 2-yard line, that's where the ball is placed. But they're going to say goal kick awarded for Rockford.
And interesting that the goalie didn't use the kick or kick the kick. The defender did.
Yeah, sometimes your defender's your better punter than your goalkeeper.
Yeah, I like it when there's more players upfield, because when you use the defender to kick it, now you've only got 9 players upfield instead of 10. But that's what they did.
Alicia Louise. And kept in well. Great play that time by Camacho. As he was able to clear that. It's going to be played by Pedro Chiquis Acosta. He goes by either Pedro or Chiquis. Support businesses that support Steel City, including Chicago Street Pub, Audio Phil's Records, Migraine Brewery, Jitters, and John Wright State Farm Agency.
Whenever you do those, you sound like you actually pre-recorded them, but you don't. You do them live.
Just like Bill Riley, I'm doing it live.
Is that his show?
You got to watch it, man. It's one of the funniest YouTube videos of all time. Over to Morales on his right foot.
I never think of Bill O'Reilly as being funny.
Well, it wasn't on purpose why it was funny. Let's just leave it at that. Haneka with it, left-footed boot, too high. Good idea by Haneka, just not good accuracy with it.
Yeah, again, a long kick over the net. You got to stay more on top of the ball. He was leaning backward, and it's just too easy to kick it over the net. And that, to me, is just like a turnover. You may as well just give the ball to the other team.
Now, partner, these are semi-pro, well, pre-professional players.
I like that term.
So, you know, in high school, sometimes the defender likes to have the player switch to his left because in high school, soccer players aren't as good shooters on their left foot. But these are semi-pro players. So as a defender, if you force him to his left foot, because most people are right-footed and right-handed people, but if you force him to his left, he's probably still strong on his left, right?
Well, absolutely. In this pre-professional level, they should be essentially equally as strong on each foot. But, you know, that's not always the case. I was watching a club U19 girls championship. Now, these players are going to move on to often D1, sometimes D2 schools. And the announcer was saying that exact same thing. Even at that level, U19 women, they've got to be able to use both feet or, you know, they're not going to win. But this was national championship. But, yeah,
right.
These players can kick off both feet.
And I just bring it up because the Rockford player forced Haneka to his left, and Haneka wasn't accurate with that shot. Am I saying Haneka's weak on his left? No, but maybe if that was on his right foot, it might have been a goal.
Yep, well put.
Haneka trying to split through the D. He's still on his feet, looking for a call. We play on, and it's kicked forward. Rockford will steal. Partner, I like the good no call. Both players going for the ball.
I like no call, too, on that play, but, man, he sold it. It looked like it could have been a penalty kick there. He was inside the 18 and got what appeared to be tripped up from behind. I like the no call also. I don't want the game to be, won on penalty kicks, let's say. But that was a nice streak of speed. Now we're talking to the ref, no doubt, about that right now. I'm trying to figure out why wasn't that called, sir? We'll zoom in on the conversation for you lip readers out there.
Yeah, Camacho not happy about it. It seems like Rodrigo Munoz along with him trying to calm down Camacho. Camacho's their go-to guy when it comes to free kicks, corners, any kind of set piece, especially on penalty kicks and free kicks. They go to Camacho. And, partner, they need Camacho and Lysick tonight. They cannot afford a draw tonight against Rockford.
Well, and let's argue that was the right call made by the referee. What I also like is a lot of the referees tend to let a little of the little things early happen in the match, so game isn't determined way early with a penalty kick. And then as the game gets, let's say, chippier, then more things get called. And if the game remains non-chippy, letting that stuff go isn't so bad.
Partner, if you're Steel City, led by Nigel Dillard, he's filling in for Vincent Makwanzi. Makwanzi is now in Africa on vacation. They've struggled immensely on offense. Only 8 goals in 8 matches. How do you stay confident? How do you stay optimistic if you're Steel City?
Well, yeah, 8 goals in 8 matches is not enough, absolutely. Again, at this pre-professional level, you've got players, I think, that can play different positions. You're not just pigeonholed to be a defender. And I think at that point, you might be trying some midfielders at striker position and some defenders at midfield. And, you might want to move players around a little bit, or you might want to, and I hope I'm joking in a way, but you might want to check the waiver wires. I mean, 8 goals in 8 games is not enough.
And we'll see if they can score tonight. And do you think that gives Rockford some confidence? Even though they haven't won all season, this is the right team to play at the right time, knowing Steel City has struggled immensely on offense?
Yeah, I'm not sure if confidence to me is the right word. I mean, these guys are pre-pros, right? They are all good. It's just a matter of making good things happen, continuing to play hard. I hate to say things like not give up, because they won't give up, right? But you got to play hard. You got to hustle. You got to get together as a unit. And, you know, step by step, little by little, you make strides going forward. And you know, if I'm a Rockford player, I'm going to try my hardest to be the best I can.
Over to Nika, ball loose. Bautista picks it up. Bautista has definitely been peppered tonight, definitely tested. A shot that went wide. He made a nice save. Granted, it was right at him earlier in the match, but Rockford, they're hanging on right now, partner, because they've had limited opportunities on offense.
Yeah, they're hanging almost on a thread. The shots he has saved have been right to him. So if those shots angle a little bit, that'll be trouble. And Steel City's had several shots so far.
4 shots for Steel City, 1 on goal. As a lot of contact there. Most likely going to be called on Rockford.
There's a nice boxing out job, actually.
Leading the way, RWB Adria and Charney Yazwo. RWB Adria with 19 points. Charney Yazwo with 19. Right behind both of them is Chicago House with 18. Chicago City has really struggled. They were in second place, partner. Now they're in a distant fourth with 14 points.
Yeah, like I said, this group of teams is really a good set of soccer players. I keep wanting to say football players, right? It's just a really good group of players. There's excellent teams. I mean, you have a couple at the bottom. You're always going to have that, right? But at the top, it is tough to win in this group of teams.
Only a couple more matches for each team left this season. Final match of the year for the Heartland Conference/Division. We'll be there on Saturday at Lincoln Way Central. Bavarian United taking on Steel City.
Yeah, I'd give my eye teeth to be able to play at this level. I mean, the only downside I feel like is they just don't play enough games. I'd like to see them play more often. I mean, the whole reason you're here is to play. I mean, sure, maybe to get, you know, at the next level and to get better, to be able to be at the next level. But every second you're on you call it the pitch, right? Every second you're on this field, you're getting better.
It's a match. Remember, we interviewed Alex Bradley. It's a football match, and it's a pitch. Not a soccer pitch, not a football pitch, just a pitch.
Yeah, he says that, but remember where he's from.
It's from Great Britain.
It was a great interview, too. Of course, his accent, it was fun to hear.
And, of course, Chicago Nation going to the UPSL semifinals.
Yeah, I think he should be a coach very soon somewhere, and a high-level coach, not just like a U12 or something.
Should he coach at Bradley? And I wanted to ask him, do we call it Great Britain, England, or the United Kingdom?
That's a good question, but I think UK might be a option D.
Yeah, well, United Kingdom, UK, potato, potato. Played right now by Christian Benangelo.
And I like that. You know, he didn't have a play downfield, hold on to the ball, pass it a few times, maintain possession right now. Steel City isn't putting a whole lot of pressure on the ball. So just maintain control, look for the opening, take your time.
Now fed to Alicia Louise.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised Steel City isn't putting more pressure on him. Now they're sending it.
Yep, kick forward. He's looking for Pedro Acosta. Ball still in play. Rockford with it. It's played by Gomez. Out in front, off the body. To the foot, lost it. Picked up by Steel City. Off McGrath's foot. Here comes Steel City. Left-footed boot from Camacho's foot. Now over that time to Luis. Off the foot of Reh. Reh taking his time. It's a beautiful night for soccer, partner. It was really hot an hour ago, but it's definitely dropped in temperature.
Yeah, it is perfect. You're still going to run around to get sweaty, but it's just cool enough with just enough breeze to make it just an ideal night for soccer. Again, Rockford with the ball, holding on to it a little bit. Oh, there it goes.
Booted up. Good pass. Out to get it is Price, and he had to, partner, as it would have been a breakaway if Price had let the ball go through.
Yeah, at the end of the day, though, to me, that's also a turnover. I think he sent it from too far deep in his own territory. I think you got to bring it up with shorter passes, more ball control. caused a little bit more stress on the defense and just a hopeful a one on what's probably going to be two defenders on that send.
Out to midfield.
Like this one, they sent it, but from midfield.
Onside, we play on. And it was last touch that time by Steel City. Rockford on the throw-in. As our great statistician, Emily Lazarevich, 4 shots for Steel City, 2 for Rockford. Each team with a couple of fouls. Midwest Orthopedics at Rush, the highest-ranked orthopedic program in Illinois, is proud to serve the Joliet community. To be your best, see the best. So, Parter, you were talking about the Americans playing the Netherlands. How come a Netherlands soccer player never has to have a date?
You got me hanging.
Because they'd rather go Dutch.
You might be ahead 2-0.
Yeah, I like.
Of course, I think if you go Dutch, you probably get more dates that way.
Appreciate Christian Baumgartner watching the broadcast. Just a beautiful night for football. Played that time by Morales over to McGrath.
See, I like that center. He threw it right in front of the net, looking for a header, a deflection, something. Those kinds of tosses, to me, put pressure on the defense, and that results in goals.
Over near the center circle. Yeah, that was pretty blatant. Not a yellow card, but if he does it again, you could make the argument for it. It was definitely a blatant push.
Well, so far it's been a very clean and unaggressive game, so there's no reason to call a yellow card on that, and absolutely was accidental. Again, just misjudged it and got there late.
Right, but a very unnecessary push.
You're saying that there's a need for some pushing?
No, but there's times like when it's 0-0 in the 88th minute and you push, you're trying your hardest to score that shot.
You know, that was a good save, and that was a little bit of a push-off from Steel City to get the defender off and to clear some space for that kick. That was a terrific play, and again, if it wasn't right at the goalie, who did make a diving stop, so right at's kind of a relative term, but that was an excellent save and an excellent quality shot that, you know, is probably a little bit underrated how close that was to a goal.
Out in front and having to play it as Bautista. Parter, it just feels like one of those matches for Rockford. They're either going to get dominated in terms of the final score, it's going to be a 0-0 shutout, or they're going to win 1-0.
Yeah, I don't think I would go there with that, but Rockford has dodged a lot of bullets so far, and one of these is going to go in. So Steel City has the right approach to this game. They've got several quality shots on goal. One is bound to go in.
Rockford's got to find a way to get that ball near the 18-yard box. Stolen away by Steel City. Camacho after it. Ball still loose. Rockford gets it. Here comes Rockford FC, led by Acosta. Acosta on his left foot, out in front, slow-moving ball, headed away. And going after it that time is Munoz, straight up in the air. Morales after it, also after it is Luis. Out in front, back to Steel City in their own territory. Played that time by Bosco, as here comes Steel City. Over that time to Contreras, and then feeding it over to the sideline from Lysick. Now near midfield, Steel City has it, and now picked up by Rockford.
They tend to slow the ball down when Rockford gets it, which, again, I like, but they hold on to it. Steel City isn't pressuring them too much. Again, they just take their time. But they've got to get to midfield with the ball before they start doing sends. Now here, control it. Look backwards for a pass if you need to. You're not getting pressured too badly.
A big thank you to Bloom Township Soccer Camp as Rockford with it. Sent over that time to Acosta. Acosta with it on his right foot. Acosta switching over to the left. Great defense that time by Davis as he tries to get it out off the foot. Trying to keep it in as Rockford. They can't throw in for Steel City.
That's where you need those soft calves where you keep the ball in front of you. You can lift it out of midair and put it on the ground rather than bounce off of you, let it go out of bounds. But it happens. And, of course, the latest excitement is Messi on Miami. Talk about somebody who can pluck the ball out of midair.
Why did Lionel ground his daughter? Because her room was too messy.
Oh, no.
Am I 3-0?
Yeah, I'll give you credit for that one. You're pitching a shutout in 3, and we're not even through, about the first half of the first half.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't like puns, well, that's too bad. I've got 10,000 more of them.
There should be a rule, 1 pun per goal.
With the help of director Miss Emily Ovidio, Sonia Perez, and Rosina Torres, children within the township of Bloom Township Soccer Camp have an equal opportunity to learn effective and basic soccer skills at the club level, no matter their income. Thank you, Bloom Township Summer Soccer Camp. When Juliet is hungry, it calls Nico's Pizzeria and Grill. Nico's has a wide-ranging menu and is the official pizza of Steel City FC. Out in front, headed away by Steel City.
That's the second time that Rockford centered the ball where there was 1 player to receive the ball and there were 3 defenders in front of it. So I think they have to get a little bit more numbers before they center that ball. Of course, it's easy for me to say up here.
That left-footed shot just goes wide.
I just think it's harder to score when you're outnumbered.
By the way, if you're enjoying the broadcast and you're wondering, man, why does it look kind of blurry? Well, that's because YouTube automatically encodes everything in 360, 240, or 144p, depending on if you're watching on a tablet, phone, or video. So do this. If you're on the phone or tablet, there's a little circle at the top right. Click on it, then click on Quality, Advanced Resolution, and then click on 720. If you're watching it on a laptop or desktop, just click on the circle at the bottom right, then click on Quality, then click on 720.
And that little circle is like they call it a gear or something.
Yeah.
He has a term for it. My volleyball players would probably tell me what it is.
Maybe they're more knowledgeable at YouTube than volleyball. They should be focusing more on volleyball than how to encode stuff on YouTube.
Well, I can tell you they're more knowledgeable about YouTube than I am. I was playing back the video from our volleyball games in front of them all, and it was fuzzy. And they're like, see that little gear in the lower right corner? Click on that, and all of a sudden, oh,
yeah,
1080, not 360.
Yeah. If you're wondering why Hulu is automatically encoded in 1080 and 4K, it's because the people at Hulu are spending a lot of money to encode that.
There's a good steal.
Yeah, stolen away by Davis. Great move. Trying to slide tackle, unsuccessful. Davis still with it. Davis on his right foot, and he's tripped up. Will they call the penalty kick? I think they will, Bob.
They just did, yep. And that's a shame because that penalty is so far on the corner on the edge, and that's not a good way to go down 1-0. Where really, even though you're in the 18-meter box, you just don't need to tackle them like that. You always got to be really mindful of not slide tackling in your own goalie box like that. Anyway, so it results in a penalty kick, and this will probably result in a 1-0 lead, and that's a shame because it was a great game at 0-0. Now Rockford's going to have to press to get a goal, which means Steel City is going to get some counter attacks. So now they could run up the score, and you got to be real careful. If you're Rockford, you've done a good job till now to keep the score even. So I wouldn't change anything, or I call it, don't pull the goalie yet, even though you're down by a goal. There's plenty of time to get back in it, but you're not going to get back in it by fouling at the edge there.
The way that Rockford is struggling offensively, this could be the match. It's really up to Bautista to keep his team in the game with a save here.
Well, and Sam Price has not been busy, and like we said before, it's not just getting the ball past Sam Price. You got to get the ball past the defense first. Now remember, after the kick, if this is saved, it is live and can be rebounded.
That's why Rockford is right on their toes, ready to clear that ball if it's saved. Shot. It's a goal for Steel City. 1-0 Steel City off the penalty kick. Great job on the goal. Penalty kick awarded for Steel City. 1-0.
And the penalty kick was warranted. It was the appropriate call. It just unfortunately didn't really have an effect on the play. But it results in a 1-0 lead, and that has an effect not on that play, but on the entire game now.
Want to fix the time.
That was a tough goal to be the first goal of a game. So Rockford's going to go back, hopefully the same game plan where they're controlling the ball a lot, try to bring up the ball slowly and deliberately. I would hope that they send the ball from, at least midfield, not from behind their own end.
1-0 lead for Steel City as James Thompson's going to get us the instant replay of that penalty and the goal. 1-0 lead for Steel City. Camacho with it, left-footed boot. Bautista goes out and he lets it go past him for the goal kick. 1-0 lead for Steel City, and partner, it just feels like the match, and it feels like Rockford might end the season without a single win this year.
Well, I'm going to say that that goal probably deflated them a little bit, but we'll see if they come back. I mean, if it were me out on the field, I would be trying 100%, not only for this game, but for myself and for your teammates and next year and to get on this team again and all that. So far, it looks like Rockford is hustling, and they are not dejected, and they're just going to work to try to get that goal back. There's a little bit of a flip. So again, unintentional. I don't think he's pulling out a card, but the referee is appropriate. Oh, there's the card. So on number 11 gets the card for Rockford.
Man, when it's raining, it's pouring right now for Rockford. They've given up a goal, the PK, and now they're called for a yellow card.
Well, it's a safe yellow card. It's somewhere in the middle of the field. It's not too many players on the Rockford bench, though, so don't get 2 yellow cards.
Zach Davis from Lincoln Way Central. They've really needed him, partner. He and McGrath have definitely given him a surge of energy and just a spark that they've desperately needed offensively. I mean, he has the nickname, he's back for a reason. They just feel like a different team with Nolan McGrath on the pitch. Near the sideline, Steel City with it. In the 18-yard box, fakes the pass, shot just a little bit high. Almost made it 2-0, and partner, Rockford's got to find a way to at least be down just 1-0 going into halftime.
Yeah, but again, the fundamentals in soccer, right? You got to stay above the ball, not behind it, because if you're behind it, you lift it, and then you get field goals or double doinks or something. But you got to stay above the ball, keep it low, keep your toe pointed down, and stop kicking it at that guy in orange. It's a good boot.
Past midfield, as it's played right now by Rockford's Acosta. Now picked up by Davis. He sends it over to Price. Price on his right foot. Price with it, taking his time, left-footed boot near the sideline. Then booted over that time, over to Camacho's foot. Left-footed boot, trying to find McGrath. It's on McGrath's foot. McGrath with it still, trying to switch feet, and then a tap pass over to the far touchline. Now over to Munoz. Munoz with it, sending it over to the touchline to Morales on his right foot. Morales gaining some meters, right-footed pass, tap pass, trying to get it over to Nika, cleared by Rockford as they still trail by just 1. It feels like Rockford should be down by 3-0 right now, partner.
Yeah, they kept kicking the ball right at the goalie, and that's why it isn't 3-0, but obviously that penalty kick wasn't right at the goalie.
That shot, and it goes a little bit wide, and Rockford claiming it was last touched by Steel City. No Steel City player going after that, and it looks like Rockford gets the benefit of the goal. Corner kick coming up for Rockford.
Yeah, that was a pretty wide kick, clearly deflected. It's easy to call deflection when the ball goes that far wide. On the stats, we're not even going to say that was to the right. We're going to say that was just wide.
Yeah, just, well, block shot.
Block shot, right.
8:41 Central Time. Appreciate everybody watching the broadcast. Nobody's been chatting, so obviously the audio's fine, the video's fine.
Well, what we want to see here is a far post kick. I like this, a left-footed kicker from the right side, our right.
Headed away. Much better corner kick than we saw earlier in the match.
Well, again, it was on the near post. You want to get that to the far post, and like I said, the better teams get it to the the far end of the far post. So past the far post and in the air. But this one, it was, again, low. A real nice defensive header to get that out of danger.
Right.
And there was no traffic in between the ball and that header, so it was an easy play.
If you're not going to get it to the far post, at least get it high enough in the middle of the net that gives your striker a chance to head it.
Right. You want it to at least land in the middle, I don't know, 10 meters away from the net. Got me talking meters now.
I'm so used to covering soccer now. I'm becoming a meters over yards guy, and I'm a pitch over field guy.
Well, I like this because we're not on a football field, so you don't see the 35-yard line.
Right now they're in center field.
Yep.
Short center. Tapped over to shortstop, stolen away by Steel City. It's really interesting. Imagine seeing a Chicago Fire game at Guaranteed Rate Field at Wrigley. Headed back to the goalkeeper in Bautista.
Well, they played football at Wrigley.
Soccer is cool. They have so many idioms. They call their goalie the keeper or the goalkeeper or the GK. Don't call him the goalie, although you can do that, but they prefer the keeper. And it's a pitch, not a field. It's a match, not a game. It's extra time, additional time. Take your pick. Just a lot of cool idioms and isms of soccer.
How'd the ball get over there? I missed that.
Yeah, the fans did too. They were shouting about, what's going on? Over to midfield.
Hopefully the camera didn't miss it.
Played right now by Rockford. It was last touched that time by Rech. Now played by Rech again on the left foot. It's played by Bitangelo as he's trying to feed it that time to Gomez. Gomez after it. Sorry, that's Acosta out in front, and Price waiting for the call from the ref. They're going to say it went out of bounds before he touched it. Goal kick coming up, and Sam Price, the confidence has to be rising for him, partner. He was fantastic in that win over Chicago City, a Chicago City team that was going for first place in the division. They were not good, as here's a chance for Hanika. Hanika shot. It's in the back of the net. Hanika scores. That might be the dagger bomb. 2-0 lead for Steel City.
Well, every goal is a dagger for sure, but finally they kicked it at the goal and didn't have it hit the guy in the orange right in the breadbasket. So it was a shot to goalie's right, not goalkeeper's right? And I obviously had enough pace on it to bounce in. Took a couple, 2 or 3 bounces, but what a perfectly placed shot. But that happened quick. The ball was in Price's hands like 15 seconds ago, and 5 seconds later it's in the goal on this end.
2-0 lead for Steel City.
It would be tempting to say, okay, that was a goal, 2 passes back, Price gets an assist.
At midfield, it was led by Scheibe on the kick to continue play, stolen away by Steel City. And Bob, what does Rockford have to work on? Why are they 0-6-2?
Well, I mean, you're giving up here's a slide tackle in the 18 again, and that's one of them. They can't do that. Don't slide tackle, give up penalty kicks like that, for one. And secondly, they had 2 defenders on that play, so one would think that, you got the right defenders. Maybe you got to move the center defender out to the side and move the outside defender in. Maybe a different midfielder you got to put back. I mean, in soccer especially, first you got to stop the other team. It's not about offense. It's about don't let the other team score. And then from there get goals. I think Rockford has to start on the back end first, shore that up.
As that lead pass right into the breadbasket of Bautista.
And right now, I don't see any blame on Bautista. He's getting pestered with shots.
Right. I mean, when it's a 1-on-2 like that, somebody's got to get that ball away from Hanika. Allowing him to have a free shot on net, you got to help out your goalkeeper a little bit if you're Rockford.
Absolutely true. At the same time, I mean, that was just a terrific play. He did have the ball, and he took a one-timer. Didn't have to set. I mean, he kicked it forward, of course, but a one-timer from there, and it had that ball, as they say, it had eyes. Here's another onside.
He's onside. Hanika with a wide-open net, and he scores! Hanika scores. 3-0 lead for Steel City. The route is on in Joliet.
Yeah, like we were saying, they have to shore up that defense. That was absolutely a defensive breakdown. Onside is the call, and then he went in easily with a little bit of a fake. Just a terrific job of ball control.
Hanika with 2 goals. He might be our SBS man of the match. We have interviewed him before, though, so we'll let Emily decide. But 3-0 lead, partner, and for Rockford, how do you stay optimistic? It looks like this match is all but over for you.
Well, again, Rockford, they have to start in the defensive end, stop Steel City that way first, and then worry about countering. And right now, you're not trying, I mean, you are, but you're not trying to win the game. You're trying to improve yourself. So it starts with the defensive end, stop Steel City, and then work on how you can score a goal.
One could say that
the
chance for Rockford to get a win this season is on the rocks. It's quite rocky for them. Hello, is this mic on? winners.
Here we go again.
Just constant pressure by this offense, as that's partially deflected, and then right into the hands, and Bautista almost lost that one.
Well, I'm wondering if Rockford should start pressing further up the field, and that might help make some of those passes a little bit more erratic for Steel City.
Sorry about that, everybody. We're back.
We had a little birdie pull a plug out, huh?
Yeah. You want to get a birdie in golf, but you don't want to have birdies get a piece of your cords. That's not going to do well.
Yeah, I think the word is gremlin, not birdie. We had a gremlin attack us there. Nice steal. See, that's where, okay, Rockford, although they have to shore up their defense, they got to clean those passes up. So they finally had an opportunity on offense and just unfortunately gave a lazy pass away.
Oh, crap. Sorry about that, everybody. We'll get the video capture device in a second here. Something went on with our feed.
Oh, you mean the gremlin did more than just pull the voice? Yikes.
Yeah, I don't. Just a nasty gremlin.
Maybe it's two gremlins.
That's why we record on the SD card. We're back.
Nice job solving the technical difficulties over there.
Yeah, just wish I'd done a little bit faster, but that's why we have backups. It's why we record everything on the SD card, because if all else fails, we got it on the SD card.
Well, far be it for me to compliment you on the air, but nobody does it better, especially when you have to troubleshoot on the fly like that. So I'm going to say, well done. Unless, of course, you were the gremlin.
Now, can Joe Buck do play-by-play and face an entire Fox broadcast if the equipment goes out?
Yeah, nor Troy Aikman can do that either. You know, I like that centering pass. So it was high on the far post, just a little too high.
Nacho trying to clear up front. You're right, partner. Steel City, they're cheating up. Look, their season's on the line in terms of getting a win this year. You don't want to go 0-7-2. In fact, you really don't want to go 0-6-3. To score 4 unanswered goals would be a huge task, almost impossible. But you got to find a way to get a win tonight if you're Rockford.
Yeah, but you're already, down 3? I mean, I don't think it's bad. I think one at a time. Take it one at a time first. Make sure you got a nice solid defense so Steel City doesn't score any more goals. That's first, job one. And then you've got plenty of time to score 3 goals if you're not giving up any. But if you give up another one, now you got to get 4, and then there's less time in the game, and it kind of snowballs. That's why that first goal in soccer is such an important goal.
If you were backup head coach Nigel Dillard, I say backup head coach, as he was not the original head coach this year. Internally, that's a better phrase for him. This game's clearly out of hand, it looks like. Would you want to give Danny Max some minutes between the pipes in the second half?
Yeah, tough question. I think in this case, late in the season, why not? There's no harm in it. See what you've got if you can figure that out, right? But I'd also be giving some players who aren't starting some field time, if you will. The game essentially is A, out of reach, B, it's not that meaningful. I mean, it's meaningful, but not that meaningful in the grand scheme of things. So, yeah, I would be playing some bench players, including perhaps the goalie. We don't know what kind of agreements, the coaches have with the goalies. It might be the backup goalie wants to be the backup goalie. Who knows? I think if it were me, I'd want to be on the field every chance I get.
Right-footed boot, and I don't know if that was by design, partner. Is that actually lost meters on the kick?
Yeah, I would not have done that. I'm a little bit more traditional on any kind of a free kick. I'm trying to put it on the far post kind of high, and then allow for the header or the deflection with your foot on the far side. I don't think there's mileage in some of those gimmicky short passes, or in that case, what was the point of kicking it across the field other than, you helped end of the half?
That does it. They call it right at the 45-minute mark. There weren't a lot of stoppage times in terms of you know, trying to find the ball going out of play. Not a lot of corners, not a lot of throw-ins. It's a dominating performance by Steel City tonight. They lead 3-0 as we go to the second half here on SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Attention, growth-minded contractors. Are your appointment cancellation rates increasing and your margins decreasing? They don't have to. We have the solution to help you turn those numbers around and grow your business, regardless of the economy. Engage clients before appointments, decrease last-minute cancellations, and increase keep rates with our easy-to-use virtual home designer tool. Clients will be actively involved by uploading their house pictures that personalize the design process. Your clients can change the design of their house and upgrade the parts they want with our product catalog. Clients can download the design report, accelerating the process and closing the deal quickly. Impress your clients and stand apart from the competition while demonstrating your skills with Richards Building Supply Virtual Home Design Center.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. SBS offers live telecasts on channel 59.3, YouTube, or Twitch. We include pre- and post-game interviews with the players.
You know, I started in the locker room. All the boys were getting going before the game and stuff, and we kind of found a little click at the beginning of the game, so I think that's what got us going.
We also include digital live statistics, play-by-play commentary, team highlight reels, and even more than that. Go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com or search Sports Broadcast Solutions on YouTube. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. At SBS, we offer a professional broadcasting experience for the non-professional athlete. Just like the pros, we offer everything for you. Play-by-play commentary.
A no-hitter at Kane County Stadium. 15 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 error, and that's it.
Color commentary, highlight reels, recruiting videos, and much, much more. Unlike our competitors, we zoom in on the action and always have a live scoreboard with a live time code. If you're ready to have your next sporting event feel like CBS Sports, then make sure to call Sports Broadcast Solutions today. Our phone number is 330-957-7653, or you can go online to sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Missing your child's sporting event just plain stinks. But you don't have to worry about that anymore, thanks to Sports Broadcast Solutions. SBS is a live broadcasting network, as well as covering your on-demand needs, recruiting videos, highlight reels, and much, much more. We can broadcast live to any website, and we also post as much on-demand content as you need. For more information about SBS, check out our website at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone.
Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Let SBS broadcast your sporting event. We have experience and can generate excitement and permanent digital memories for your team.
Tonight. That time, finally a goal for the Stampede.
We have professional videographers using high-definition modern-day cameras, color analysts, and play-by-play announcers with state-of-the-art, classy graphical scoreboards to keep you updated. Plus, we have commercials to advertise your team, club, or sponsor, and us. Plus, we do pregame and postgame interviews.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the post-game show brought to you by Marion Central Catholic. My name's Kyle Smith. But my name doesn't matter. These young ladies matter. It's senior night as the Hurricanes win a battle down the stretch, 48-46.
Hi, I'm Carrie Kramer. I swim 50 breast, 50 free, and 100 back.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. Instead of spending hundreds or thousands with all these college recruiting sites, let us put together your college highlight reel. For just a fraction of your potential college scholarship and significantly less than these recruiting services, we got this. In addition, we put together highlight reels for teams, including high school, your club team, or travel team.
My teammate gave me a great pass, and I just took it. The other team slashed me, took the opportunity, saw where the goalie was weak, and I just shot it there.
Stolen. O'Connor and Marsh back on defense, and Marsh gets a blowout. We got a breakaway at 2-0. A shot, and it's goal! So 3-3. The power play was officially over.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you who would like to broadcast or live stream your event, or maybe make a highlight tape, but would like a sponsor to fund the event, SBS has a myriad of ways to advertise your sponsor during our broadcasts. We have commercials. We have on-air reads by the announcers.
Albatross Physical Therapy and Wellness specializes in pain-free.
We have graphics, and we have watermarks. Finally, Sports Broadcast Solutions can create a commercial for you or your sponsor. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. For those of you that just want raw footage of your sporting event, but no play-by-play or color commentary, you just need us to live stream video from the event over the internet. We will live stream your event on YouTube on our Sports Broadcast Solutions channel. In addition, we also have a dedicated channel on YouTube for live streaming at SBS Livestream. And if you need multiple channels, we can utilize Facebook Livestream and Instagram Live on our channel as well. Options include commercials from your sponsors, professional scoreboard graphics are still available, and of course, yes, pre- and post-game interviews are available as an option if you want.
We've been working really hard this whole summer and stuff.
Whatever your sports broadcast needs, we are at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com. Check us out and become part of the digital sporting world. Sports Broadcast Solutions is a broadcasting network for everyone. We broadcast sporting events for people of all ages, including adult leagues, high school leagues, and kids. Complete with professional-looking graphics, broadcasters, color analysis, and commercials. We do pre- and post-game interviews with the players. In addition, Sports Broadcast Solutions does highlight films, including college recruiting reels, highlight films you'd see on sports news programs, and just simply highlight films for fun. Sports Broadcast Solutions also provides raw footage and live streams if you'd like. Subscribe to us and listen to our professional talk videos about relevant topics in the pro and college ranks. Whatever your sports broadcast needs, contact us at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital world. This is Sports Broadcast Solutions, a broadcasting network for everyone. Check us out at sportsbroadcastsolutions.com and become part of the digital sporting world.
Todd Helton, a man synonymous with the peak of Coors Field hysteria, the 5-time All-Star and 4-time Silver Slugger winner, was beloved by Rockies fans for his fantastic play on both offense and defense. One of the greatest Rockies of all time, his success has consistently been downplayed because of his home stadium. Helton's Hall of Fame case has been widely debated among the baseball community, with no conclusive decision. Just recently, this past January, the voters almost elected him into baseball immortality. He received over 72% of the vote for Cooperstown induction, but he needed another 3% of the vote to get into the Hall of Fame. This video will look into what factors help and hurt his case to earn his plaque in New York, and whether or not it's realistic for Helton to eventually make the Hall. Let's first do a statistics breakdown. Helton played for a very long time, nearly 2 decades, all for the Rockies, and was never an easy out once he arrived in the league. Through his first 10 seasons in Major League Baseball, Helton not only managed to walk more than strike out in 8 of the 10 aforementioned seasons, a very much appreciated quality in a young player, but he also managed an OPS, or on-base percentage plus slugging, above 1, settling in at a remarkable 1.04 OPS for the entire span. Oh, and let's go back to Helton having more walks than strikeouts. During his first season of playing in at least 100 games, Helton struck out 54 times and just walked 53 times. From 2000 to 2008, Helton walked more than striking out, with his worst season, quote-unquote, being the 1999 campaign, where he recorded 68 walks to 77 punch-outs. Out of all the first basemen who played at least 1,000 games from 1997 to 2013, his first and last year in the league, Todd Helton leads the pack by 4 points in OPS, beating out Hall of Famer Jeff Bagwell and future Hall of Famer Albert Pujols. One of his biggest strengths, his vision, was the catalyst that led to his success.
Back to the action at SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone. Kyle Smith alongside Bob Vilsaway. And Bob, it's all Steel City today as they lead 3-0.
Yep, their field goal went through the field goal posts, and Rockford is yet to attack the field goal.
Well played, sir. Well played. 3-0, all 3 goals scored in the first half. Hanika with 2 of them might be our SBS man of the match and partner. Just something that Rockford is going to have to think about, hopefully forget about. Going 0-7-2 this year, just not something that they were looking forward to or thinking was going to happen to them this season, but it's going to happen.
Well, looking at their roster, everybody and anybody who has played soccer in Rockford is on their roster.
It's a large roster, but it's not helping in terms of victories.
No, but you know, you got to go through, I'm going to say the word adversity, to figure out who you want back next year and everything. So, I mean, yeah, that's what rebuilding is all about, or building in this case is all about. Right. They're going to keep the players they like. Hopefully they replace the ones they don't want. I mean, I hate to play GM with them, but I'd start with defense, try to figure out what's going on there. If you have a top scorer that's good, but who's also good at defense, maybe I'd certainly shore up defense before any other position. And I don't think it's a goalie issue, at least not from what I can see.
Yeah, not from tonight. Now, they did lose 14-1 to Chicago City earlier in the season, so they have had trouble at goalkeeper as well. But
how do you get a half a safety? 2 touchdowns against a half a safety?
What? Half a safety?
14-1.
Oh, yeah. You can score 1 point in football, by the way.
But you can't have a final score of 1.
I forget how. There's a way to score 1 point in American football.
I would bet against that.
I remember this, but anyways, it's 14-1, and it's all, Chicago City just dominated them in that one.
So you score a touchdown, kick the extra point, then the instant replay says, oh, sorry, touchdown didn't count. They get to keep their extra point. I think I got the videographer giggling on that one.
Yeah, I was here. The 1 point safety. The offensive team attempting the conversion somehow gets tackled in their own end zone. The offense fumbles the ball forward into the opponent's end zone. The 1 point safety as that's headed away.
And that was a good centering kick, but of course that was from Steel City. They changed ends. So we're getting a lot of corner kicks from the right side of the field, but different team now. Now Steel City is not letting up on this 3-0 lead.
Another pass out in front is offside called against Steel City.
Well, there's a player down on the field. It might have been a tackle. Let's see what goes on here. There's a photographer on the field with a telephoto that's like longer than he is.
Always Home Real Estate Services is your local business delivering ultimate care and attention. They can help with your home purchase, sale, or property rentals. They also manage properties for associations and investors. Find them at alwayshome247.com. Steel City's last match of the 2023 season is this coming Saturday night, July 29th at Lincoln Way Central at 6 p.m. Steel City will face the national amateur champions, Bavarian United of Milwaukee. And, of course, partner, that's going to be a tough game for Steel City. We saw Bavarian United last season in a 1-0 tough win for Chicago Nation in the round of 32.
Well, they're in the round of 4 now, aren't they?
Chicago Nation is.
Yeah.
But they almost lost last year to Bavarian. Remember that game?
Oh, man. Bavarian is a tough club.
We saw them earlier. They're not as talented in the Midwest Premier League as that's the left-footed boot. A little bit wide.
Isn't that the third time? Same guy.
Camacho.
I don't think it was Camacho on the other two. But again, those long shots, I don't mind them, but they got to be on net. You know, that just, I don't want to even say miracle goal, but that goal that Messi scored in that last game to take the 2-1 lead, that wasn't that far away. And, you know, there's no better pro than that, but it went in the corner. It's got to be on net. You can't just miss the net. Otherwise, it's just a turnover, and I guess it's a 50-50 ball at midfield.
As that's headed away by Lysick.
Good hustle.
And Nika, he's got 2 goals.
Pass to the referee who just jumps over the ball.
And look, Kaneka's got 2 goals, but you could make the argument that Davis and McGrath being on the pitch tonight, it paid dividends tonight for Steel City. I mean, that's what makes soccer such a great sport. I mean, I told you about this in our last broadcast we did, Bob, but Chris Wondolowski has the most goals in MLS history. But when you think of the greatest MLS player, do you think of Chris Wondolowski?
I mean, Donovan?
Right, but he's not the best goal scorer. But that just shows you scoring goals is only one part of a soccer match.
Yeah, right. That's well put. I mean, if I had a first pick for historically best player, I mean, Donovan would be it.
Right, which is different from hockey because, of course, when you consider the greatest in hockey, it's the most goals scored. Wayne Gretzky, right? Different sports, different styles of play, and that's kind of why soccer is known as the beautiful game. It's not just about scoring goals.
Oh, unless that was going to be offside. That was a great defensive play to knock that pass down. I think that play was going to be offsides, though.
Yeah, it looked like he was offside, but we thought about that for Haneka, and he stayed onside, had a breakaway, no chance for Bautista. And if you're Rockford, partner, it's not Bautista's fault, but maybe you want to see a different goalkeeper as this one's just gotten away from him tonight.
Well, again, like I said before, I don't think he's the problem. I mean, yeah.
Do you want to see somebody else just to get him some reps?
I don't think that's a bad thing. Might want to see somebody else in defense to get some reps, too. Yeah. Now, it could be, you know, I can't speak for the whole entire Rockford roster, right? But it could be that right now their defense is much improved over last week for however that means. Practice, video, different players, whatever. I mean, didn't you say they got beat 14-1? We were talking about the half a safety. So, I mean, right now they're not giving up 14 goals, right? So that might be a big improvement.
As you look at Steel City coming into this one, what a game that's going to be against Bavarian, as they'd love to end their season over 500. General match notes tonight. Steel City and Rockford FC have met twice coming into this evening's broadcast. Each team won its home match. Nolan McGrath has moved back home to Illinois. He scored Steel City's first ever goal and has 11 goals and 6 assists in a limited number of matches during the past 2 seasons as the sharpshooter plays at Division I Bellarmine University. They would have loved to have him earlier, partner, but when you're a D1 soccer player in the offseason, foul called on Rockford as McGrath's doing some off-season training and conditioning. But, you know, playing Midwest Premier League, that can get you ready for your college season as well.
There's a lot of college players out here in this league. local college players, a lot of good local talent.
Now, I love that slogan, by the way, but is it true that if you actually do the math, you choose McGrath? You remember those commercials, Bob?
I mean, it sounds like a car commercial.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
You don't remember 'em?
No.
Great
I remember Burt Wyman Ford commercials until I got sick of them.
The Poogie commercials.
I'm thinking, but those commercials paid off. I mean, I still remember from 50 years ago, 3535 North Ashland Avenue or the Hudson 32700 phone number.
Bob Rorman.
Yeah, I can't forget him. Of course, I think my favorite commercial of all time, since you brought it up, is Clara Peller. What did she say? Where's the beef? The beef. Where's the beef? As she's listening to the bun.
You got to go with the Eagle Insurance commercials, especially if you're a Chicagoan. That shot.
Oh, that's right to him again, right in the bread's back. Again, too far away for too slow of a shot, not enough pace on it.
Looked like more of a crosser, maybe try to get a redirection to the back of the net.
Yeah, I just think he tried to kick it for a goal and didn't get all of the ball. But yeah, you got to be closer and more pace on it if you're going to hit those corners and have it go in. But he'll get credit in the stat book for a shot on goal.
Out to the sideline.
But the shot's like there's a push from behind. But that shot though is it's like a turnover. You got to take a better shot than that. Rockford's pretty happy when they can catch the ball in their breadbasket and then take control of the ball, although they're not controlling it anymore here.
Played by Steel City in the center circle. If you're just joining us, 3 goals scored by Steel City. Rockford, they hung in for a little bit, partner, but after the PK, it just really poured on them in terms of bad things going their way.
Now, since I'm the color announcer, I can bring this up, and I'm really not trying to be too funny here, but when Rockford is on the field, it's always blue. But Steel City, when they have the ball, it depends on which way they face, right? So if they're running away from us, we see some black jerseys, and if they're running toward us, we see some maroon jerseys. It almost looks like there's 3 teams on the field.
And there's probably a lot of Rockford fans, in terms of tonight's result, they're feeling very blue.
I think the color announcer has to say that.
Right. You don't know what for everybody watching the broadcast, if you don't know what I'm referencing, just go on YouTube, search AT&T color commentator commercial. It's simply fantastic.
Yeah, they did a great job on those commercials. Lily and then these.
That was before the Lily days. That was during the 2019 days.
Lily's been around longer than that.
Right. But she was not part of those 2019 commercials. Right now it's by Camacho out in front. Tap pass, and somebody was offside.
No, this is a trip.
Oh, they're going to call the trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, somebody might also have been offside. I didn't look at the line judge, but there was definitely a trip. He's going to be fine. Seems like soccer players always are.
You'd love to say rub some dirt on him, but there's no dirt. It's all turf.
Yeah, it happened at second base, so we're going to call a foul on the second baseman.
All those isms I learned as a young baseball player up till American Legion ball. Don't rub it. Rub some dirt on it. He'll be all right. Oh, you got to wear that, kid. We got ice. You see at the big league level, there are players that lean into the pitch.
We saw that at the Little League level. I don't remember.
League.
Yeah, Pony League. Whatever game we were doing.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
kids
Renegades against the Wheatland Ducks.
Right, until finally the umpire said, guys, can't do that.
Right. You got to be at it back.
I mean, talk about no fear. I mean, I remember that age. Those pitchers could pitch. I'm not going to lean my elbow into one of those.
There's some guys that were fearless. Don Baylor, Craig Biggio. And, of course, Anthony Rizzo got hit a lot.
Well, he also had a giant elbow pad, so if he gets hit in the elbow, it's not so bad. But, I mean, when I played, getting hit in the elbow, I mean, you were stung for a long time. All right, this is a really close-in free kick. What, 25 meters out maybe?
So, Bob, since you're up 3-0, do you want to try something that you haven't done a lot all season on this free kick?
No, not now. I want to do what I've been doing all year that seems to be successful. So you've had a whole year now to figure out what works and what doesn't. Do something that works here.
That shot. Saved, rebound, try it again! 4-0, Bob. They're 1 goal away from a handful of goals tonight.
Well, you can finally blame the goalie. It was right in, hit him in, well, what should have been the bread basket, but instead it hit him in the chest, bounced out hard, and Steel City grabbed the rebound and kicked it in really easy. I think if you're Rockford, you assume the goalie's got that. But what caused the goal was the pace on the free kick. That ball was hit a lot harder than that prior kick earlier, right? So bounced off the goalie's chest, easy rebound to kick in, easy goal, 4-0. So we can finally pin one on the goaltender here, on the goalkeeper here.
And Camacho is down on the pitch. The trainer looking at him. Ribbons making sure he's okay.
I'm still looking for him. Oh, on the near side, now he's going out.
Yeah,
He looks like he's limping.
Yeah, they're going to put Ribbons in. Why play Camacho? You're up 4-0.
I guess I needed to pay more attention. When was it Camacho that got tripped earlier that caused this free kick? And if it was, that explains why he's coming out now. There's no need for him to stay in 4-0 lead late in the season. Let's not hurt the guy more. You've got subs, use them. But good player.
Does this give Steel City some confidence into their season finale against Bavarian, or not really because Rockford had struggled all season coming into tonight?
Well, both. I think Rockford has struggled, right? And yes, this adds a lot of confidence, I think, to Steel City. I mean, it's not just a 1-0 or 2-1 game. You're talking 4-0 early in the second half, and it can keep going. Bavarian is a very strong team, though, so you can have all the confidence in the world, and Bavarian can come in there and still beat you. We want to see Steel City win, but it's going to be a tall order against Bavarian. They're a good club. But this, I mean, all the teams, well, virtually all the teams are good. I mean, it's a real tough schedule. It's a lot of good quality, high-quality games.
Here's something interesting, partner. As I look at the Midwest Premier League standings, RWB Adria and Charney Yazwo both have 19 points. What's interesting about it is Chicago House is 5-2, but they have 3 draws. And remember, in soccer, you only get 1 point for a draw.
Yeah, you're far better off with a win and a loss than 2 draws, right? And so when you are tied in the game, it's absolutely worth it to continue to press, because if you can get that next goal to take the lead, it's worth 2 points.
Right. Now, it is a 3-goal swing, a 3-point swing. If you give up that goal and you don't score to equalize, then that hurts. But I talk about that because RWB Adria has 2 losses. But you could make the argument that they played hard to try to get the win. They got the loss because they might have been overly aggressive on offense. But that has helped them as they're 1 point ahead of Chicago House with too many draws thus far.
Yeah, I like that scoring system. It rewards aggressiveness. I like that. So it doesn't reward the team that is complacent and plays for the draw. So, I just like that system.
Do you think that hockey should consider that? Maybe get rid of the shootouts, and have 3 points for a win and 1 point for a draw. They used to have draws; they don't have them anymore.
Yeah, I do like that system, but at the same time, though, I mean, penalty shots in hockey are just so fun to watch. And,
right, but it's artificial hockey.
It is, but you get to see a lot of them in the same game. I have to say I like it. Just like penalty kicks at the end of the soccer game. I mean, I kind of would be fun to play a lot more soccer and not have the penalty kicks, but those are so exciting to watch. And when you get one of those games and you get the PKs at the end, it makes for a very exciting day.
Don't go anywhere. The post-game show brought to you by SBS. It'll be Emily Lazarevich interviewing most likely Hans Haneke for the post-game show. Oh, boy. Partner, Mama said there'd be days like this. Mama said, and that's what's happening to Rockford right now.
Yeah, they're down 0-4, but they're still hustling, still trying. Look at that. Nice stolen from behind.
They're still trying so they can get that juice box and orange slice after the game. Oh, the days of juice boxes and orange slices. The high C's and the Capri Suns after every Little League game and T-ball game. That shot.
Oh, man. Price didn't even go down for the ball. Goalies are trained to get on the ground, put their breadbasket on it.
Are you surprised that they didn't put Danny Mack in the second half?
No, I'm not. Give Price a few more reps here. No, he's an excellent goalie. Clearly a good interviewee. Emily brought out the best in him on the pregame interview.
And something I wanted to ask you, partner. I'm sure you watched a little bit of that Chicago Steel City game. As a goalkeeper, when 4 shots go past you, 2 off the post and 2 off the crossbar, does that give you confidence, optimism, or are you a little pessimistic because you didn't give up those goals, but you weren't the reason why it didn't go past? You weren't the reason why that the ball was saved, not being a goal.
Yeah, I think if I'm a pre-professional goalie, I already have my confidence, and balls that hit the post that go in, I don't think that makes me lose my confidence.
Right.
Yeah.
But
so,
yeah, 2 that went off the post, 2 went off the crossbar, and then went wide.
Yeah, I think you're like, well, you can only cover so much of the net, and it looks like I'm covering virtually all the net, except obviously if it banks off a post or a crossbar or something, you can't stop everything.
Right.
I don't think if you're a goalie at this level with this kind of confidence, that shakes your confidence.
And as a goalie, you try to force a player. So, for example, if the winger's on the far right, you play the near post and you force him to go to the far one, have it ricochet off the far post and in. So if it goes off the post, as a goalie, here's a chance for Steel City, sent over to the left. As they take their time, you know, they can try to score here, partner, but they can also waste time as well.
Well, they're still trying to score. I like that. They're not stalling. They're just working around for a good, solid shot. They can play looser because they are gonna. Well, they have the. Oh, there's a push from behind. I don't like it, but play on. But you know, again, ball control. Take your time. The more time you take to get a good, clean shot, then it becomes 5-0. But if you hurry up the shot or kick it from too far away, kick another field goal, in this sport that doesn't count, so you lose the ball. So hold on to it, wait for that good shot.
Out to midfield. If you're just joining us, Steel City scored 3 times in the first half, once in the second half. And after that PK that Steel City scored, it just seemed like we didn't get Rockford's A effort after that. They didn't play as great defensively. It just seemed like the wheels came off, as here's a chance for Lysick. Might be a handball, or they're going to say a foul on Steel City.
Yeah, no, it's a handball. It's just obviously
inadvertent. It's on Steel, okay.
Yeah, it's just inadvertent, unlucky. It just bounced up, hit him in the hands. It's obviously an easy call for the referee to make, but you got to make it. And as a referee, you kind of like it when there's a fault on the offensive team in the defensive zone, so the pressure isn't on for another free kick. I think sometimes referees call, phantom calls in that box or very ticky-tack calls against the offense.
Right.
But boy, if you're going to call a foul on the defense, you better make sure you got that right, because it's coming as a penalty kick.
And here's the thing, you got to be consistent. So anything close to that on the other side of the pitch, you have to consistently call. Once you've established that call, you have to call everything after that.
Right. Well, and I have to say, at this game, there's been absolutely no issue with the referee. He's done a terrific job. Now, to be fair, it hasn't been chippy. Nobody's tackling people. There's only been, 1 yellow card I think we've seen so far. So it's a good, clean game and well-refereed game. But the players aren't pushing the envelope here and causing, decisions have to be made.
Adrian Lechuga into the match, as is Diego Camarena.
So there's the bench being emptied, as you talked about earlier. Time to give some of the other players some playing time. The goalie stays.
Partner, if you're Rockford, how do you just suck this one up and go into next season knowing you didn't win a single match this year?
Well, if I'm Rockford and I'm one of those players, I'm a little bit scared because, you didn't win any games. So you're like, is it me? Is it everybody? What are they going to do? Am I going to get to play again with this team? I want to play again with this team. So, again, if you want to play again next year, this is a good time to show it by proving that you're willing to hustle and try hard. It's everybody else that needs to be replaced. But I think if I'm Rockford players, I'd be a little worried.
It happens in sports, though.
Yeah, and the thing about Rockford, too, is there's nobody really around Rockford. If you're on the Rockford team, if you're not on the Rockford team, where are you going to go next? If you live in Rockford, it's a long ride to practice somewhere else every day.
Right.
Whereas in Chicago, especially in Chicago, there's multiple Chicago teams.
That shot blocked. Man, Rockford just can't get anything offensively tonight, partner.
Yeah, Steel City is a very high-quality team and makes it really tough.
Played right now by Bouguer.
Yeah, that's the kind of turnover, if you're Rockford, you just can't have.
So when you're up 4-0 like this, play how you practice. As here's a 2-on-1 for Chicago. Make it a 2-on-2 now. Shot! Partially blocked, and it goes a little bit wide.
Again, a terrific save by the goalie. He's been pestered all night. Even though some of the balls have gone in now, he only one real mistake that he's made, and that was a good save. He had to come out. There's a risk if the pass went across, although I think if there was a pass in front of the goalie, the offensive player from from Steel City was offside. But they still got a corner out of it. Now, this is what I'd like to see, a pass past the far post. Let's see what they do. A left-footed kicker, I like that.
That's out in front, headed away by Rockford. We'll try it again.
Yeah, we got a replay on that. But, again, that just wasn't far enough. I want to see it a little higher, a little further out.
This corner kick is brought to you by Pursuit Wealth Group. And hey, let's make some noise! No matter where you are in your financial journey, let Pursuit Wealth Group show you the way. All Steel City goals tonight are brought to you by Pursuit Wealth Group. 2 of them were scored by Hans Haneka.
Boy, they've been busy sponsoring goals, 4 of them.
One could say that the offense today, produced by Steel City, all hands on deck.
Oh, man.
Am I 4 for 4?
No, I'm going to give you only a tie on that one.
I get the draw. I get the 1 point instead of the 3.
Now, I like that kick. It was a little bit further, but still it was in the middle. But they had a chance to get headed in, though, and that's what you want on those corner kicks. All you're trying to do is maximize your odds for a goal. Rockford's trying to bust out of there, but some real good defense.
So, partner, what I wanted to ask you is Steel City, they're going to win this match, obviously. Most likely going to be a clean sheet. Do you want to try new things tonight to get ready for Bavarian? It's like a pseudo practice almost. Try things you haven't really worked on that much and see if you can do well with them tonight as you get ready for Saturday.
Yeah, again, I think so. Oh, yellow card. Interesting. I didn't see a yellow card offense. I'm wondering if there was a magic word used on the field that
likely.
didn't like, right? But back to your question, I think Steel City is in their system. In other words, I don't think I would try too many new things, not this late in the season. I mean, it could be they implemented a particular set play or something like that, and they could try that next week. But I think you want to continue to maintain what you've been doing all year. They are a good team. They do have good results. Bavarian is going to press them. So I don't think I would try new things and risk losing ground.
And there's probably Bavarian recruiters and scouts that are watching tonight. So why would you want to show a new formation that Bavarian can practice for going into Saturday's match?
Yeah, I also think Steel City is happy in their own skin, so to speak, where they're putting in their subs in this game, and so they're going to run the same system. They're not going to try anything new with bench players. They're going to continue to hope that the bench players can run the system that they've been using. I don't like that kick. It was like from midfield. Obviously, there was some purpose behind that. The goalie was out a little bit too far, and the hope was, and it was a very accurate kick from midfield, but the hope was to go over the goalie and hopefully catch the goalie Price out of position. But 2 things, Price wasn't that far out of position, 1, and he is tall and mobile. There's an absolute push from behind.
Could be a yellow card.
I would be tempted to call it yellow if I'm the ref. Again, he's 10 feet or 10 yards away from the play. Let's see what he does. The question is, was it malicious or was he just using the player to break his fall, so to speak?
It's definitely not a red card. If he had tripped him, it would have been a red card.
Well, right now we're not even seeing the yellow. They're just shaking hands saying, oops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sure Steel City understands what Rockford's going through. If things were different and Steel City was 0-6-2, I'm sure Steel City would be as frustrated as Rockford is right now.
Well, no doubt. And Rockford, frustration or just trying real hard, and unfortunately, extended into a whoops, here we go, steal. And unfortunately, just extended into a play where he's out of control. Some good ball handling there in the defense.
What good things did you see from Rockford besides the goalkeeper and Bautista?
Oh, man. What can you say? I mean, I guess the one good thing is earlier in the match when they were holding on the ball for a while, I think that was good. They were patient. But at the same time they were holding on the ball, Steel City wasn't pressuring them. So, they weren't able to drive that ball in. And then their sends, I thought, came from a little bit too far out. But I do like the fact that they were patient holding on to the ball. And this is an easy steal. I like number 9. He's got some giddy up to him.
Bouguer with it as he sends it over that time to Walid Shaibi. Shot a little bit wide.
Yeah, that was deflected wide. And that's tough on the goalie because you see it come off the foot going one way, but then it gets deflected another, and that's wide, right? So you start diving to your left, and unfortunately you have to get back up and dive back to the right. It can be a tough save. But good defense at the end of the day. It was a blocked shot, and it was a harmless ball that went wide. Well, harmless. They're giving him the goal kick. I guess I'm a little surprised on that because if it got deflected, it would be their ball. My bad. Yeah.
That's why it's so hard to be a ref. You look at the play, you stop. You can't make calls on the run. You got to be stationary and make the call.
Well, when I used to ref basketball, the ball would go out of bounds off somebody's leg or the other guy's ankle, right? And they're both looking at me, both 6 inches taller than I am. And okay, referee, what call are you going to make this time?
And the ref, he's trying to hear a foot, right? You want to hear that deflection off somebody's foot. You're watching it. You're hopefully in a stationary position. When your head's bobbing up and down when you're on the run, it's so hard to make calls.
Well, and it's also every now and then, there's a lot of traffic on the field. There's, 20 people at least in the middle. And sometimes you get screened. That was a nice pick right out of midair.
Right. Should be a foul, and it will.
No, I think that might have just been good defense.
The flag came up. As Leo Haro into the match now.
Well, the referee is standing right where I think he might want a free kick. Oh, that's going to be a dangerous spot for a free kick. So I thought Rockford got away with one there, but nope, referee said can't do that. We got a free kick from a and a yellow card.
Yeah, definitely.
Boy, I missed the boat on that one. So this is a free kick from the side at a great angle to kick it for the far post and look for a header. Now this is where I only see 3 Steel City players on the far side. I think they should put, fourth or a fifth in there. And here comes a fourth. I guess there's no reason not to stay conservative on defense.
How hard is it to curve that ball towards the front of the net?
Yeah, well, I think that's a common kick. The question is how much bend can you put on it? I mean, everybody can throw a curveball, but it's hard to make the curveball curve a lot. So you can always bend it a little bit. The question is, can you bend it a lot? But you don't really need a lot of bend. There's a lot of bend, though.
Out in front, shot! Oh, just a little bit wide.
Now, through experience, I can tell you that when you're heading the ball, it's harder to head a ball that's got bend to it because it's like hitting a curveball in baseball. It's hard to figure out how much bend it's going to have. But that was a nice pass across.
Appreciate everybody that came out tonight. It's a later start, but a primetime game still at 8 o'clock. We appreciate everybody in the Joliet community that came out tonight to see Steel City dominate Rockford FC.
It's a real nice, comfortable place to watch a game. Beautiful bleacher seats, box seats.
I mean, the tickets are really cheap. I mean, one could say it's a steal.
Well, is it a steal for the ticket buyer or for Steel City?
Both.
Well, I think it's $10 for adults and $6 for kids.
Can't beat it.
Yeah.
A soccer game on a baseball field. It's quite unique.
And it's high quality. I mean, this field is just, pay $10 just to come in here and walk around seems worth it.
Just the whole atmosphere. It's just so unique.
And I know I said it earlier, but it's also great that it's not on a football field, so you don't see the 30-yard marker, the 40-yard marker.
I mean, it was cool. I don't know if you remember, but Illinois played Northwestern football back in 2010.
Well, right now, Northwestern
Field.
football is a 4-letter word.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying?
And it was at Wrigley, but because Wrigley's so small and it's such an older stadium, you could only score going one way.
Yeah. They kept giving the ball to whoever had it at the one end.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
That was kind of weird. But the other more modern stadiums, they have the Pinstripe Bowl at Yankee Stadium. As that shot's blocked. But soccer on a baseball field, it's so unique and cool.
Yeah, that kick left foot, a little bit too far away, and I don't know that he would have gotten enough on it to have a chance to get past the goal. That was absolutely not a pass. He was shooting it, aiming obviously for one of the corners because you don't want to kick it right at the goalie. But what he did get out of it ultimately is a corner kick. I don't think that was his initial a goal, but he was getting a break.
As we're going to go through Rockford's schedule in a second here and just tell you how tough it's been for them this year.
So again, this centering kick isn't getting to the far post. It was at the near post and got deflected away. Good aggressiveness there. You'll see Rockford is absolutely not giving up, and I like to see that. Near the end of the season, like you said, they've lost them all, or at least haven't won, right? And then they're still hustling. Like there's good slide tackle pretty far. I'm hoping that's outside the goalie box. The yellow card is already out. But if it's inside the goalie box, the 18-meter mark, then uh-oh. Let's see. I think it's outside there, though. It's hard to tell. It's a white line we really can't see.
It's such a, it's almost like, when you're watching a White Sox game or a Cubs game with that K-zone where the opacity is almost non-existent.
Yeah.
And you see the 18-yard box, and it's almost painted. It's so opaque.
Yeah, it's hard to see. It's not a lot of contrast. Looks like it's going to be a free kick from right outside it, along with the yellow card. But direct kick. It'll be easy to put a wall up on this because the angle is so tough.
I mean, Rockford has had some good matches, partner. They lost to Bavarian 2-0. 1-1 draw to Edgewater Castle. Edgewater struggled this year, though. That was in May. Got dominated by Indy Boys. That was a bad loss. They lost 4-0 in that one. Indy Boys is in second to last place in the Heartland Division.
Yeah, because of that game, probably.
4-1, Charney Yazwo. They lost that, but we saw Steel City struggle with Charney Yazwo as well. A lot of teams just struggled with him. Free kick coming up. As that ball's loose, chance. It's still loose.
Another try, blocked, and then finally cleared by Rockford.
I liked that kick. I mean, that caused all kinds of grief right in front of the goalie. And, maybe some luck that is what caused it not to go in. But you got to give credit to, again, the goalie making a great save on a wild, whatever you want to call it, scrimmage right in front of the goalie.
Here's some trivia for you. RWB Adria is tied for first place, but one of RWB's Adria's tie was to Rockford, any given Sunday partner.
Yes. Well, that's the thing about soccer. Stuff happens.
Sure does. So they're not a horrible team. They've just struggled in key parts of matches this year.
I'm going to go back to the teams in this division are very, very good, and it's tough to win. And there's a very thin margin between winning and losing. Rockford just hasn't been on the top end of these close games. I mean, 2-0 to Bavarian. Bavarian is a tough team. It's only 2 goals.
Right, and they tied the first place RWB Adria team as that shot high and wide.
Yeah, it's just hard to be good. And so, if you're Rockford, maybe you don't have to change out, too many players. Maybe just acquire a goal scorer or something. But right now, I'd say defense needs to be shorn up a little bit. Shorn up? There's got to be a better word than that.
Just buy $50 billion in GameStop stock so you can hire Lionel Messi away from FC Miami. It was a tough loss, though. 11-1, I apologize, against Chicago City. That one is a game they'll definitely want to forget.
Well, same thing. Chicago City, very, very talented group. And we don't know who Rockford was missing that day.
They were definitely missing defenders. Only so much can be blamed on the goalie.
Maybe Bradley got loose for 3 hat tricks that game.
He signed a one-day contract with Steel City. I'm excited. Chicago Nation for the UPSL partner. They're back in the round of 4.
Yeah, that'll be a good game. And I was just thinking about when we were talking about Messi. I guess Miami is in Chicago on Wednesday, I think it is, this week. I'm saying the second hand, so this is not factual, but it came from somebody who should know. But imagine that, the ticket's a couple $100 to watch Messi in Chicago. I mean, it might actually be worth it.
What I want to know is how come we haven't had a Messi movie yet? We had Bend It Like Beckham, but...
Well, isn't Beckham the owner of Miami?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's the owner of Miami who's got Messi on his team. So we may get Bend It by Messi. This is onside.
A Messi situation. Is that centering pass blocked?
Yeah, good time to deflect that. So this is where Steel City needs to be patient. Get a good, clean shot out of this. I like how they switched sides. Let the ball do the running for you.
We talked a lot about the Heartland Conference for the Great Lakes East. Inter Detroit with 28 points. Liquid Football in second at 26. Great Lakes West, 1927 SC, tied with West Michigan Bearings, 27 apiece. And in the Gateway Conference, Ajax St. Louis running away with it, 22 points. Second place, Cedar Rapids Inferno.
Yeah, I don't like that defense there. You're pushing him a couple times. I mean, it's good to hustle on defense, but you're not allowed to push from behind by extending your arms. You can push with your shoulders, but not by extending your arms. Then when the referee makes the call, he puts his palms up like, who, me? What are you talking about? Why would you make that call? I just didn't like that body language. The hustle is good. Don't compound it with the whining about the call. And then, of course, don't push from behind.
Right.
Or at least push from behind legally, which means with your shoulders.
Anything that Steel City needs to work on going into that big Saturday night matchup against Bavarian?
A great question. My advice, to their coaching staff would be stay in the system. So, mark the guys you need to mark. Stay in the system. Don't let somebody get loose. And again, stop Bavarian first before you try to make sure that you can score. 1-0 is still a win.
Does goal differential help your confidence at all? You look at the goal differential. The best team is Chicago House at plus 23. When you're going into these crucial matches, as that centering pass goes for naught, can't get it on net, but when you have the best goal differential in the conference, even if you're not in first place, how does that help you as we finish off the regular season play?
Yeah, I think a better indication of who's better is not the points in the standings, but the goal differential or, a percentage of goals versus the I guess I'll call it points opponents, points ratio compared to the points-opponents ratio. I think that's a much better way to determine who's a better team and who's more likely to win the next game than points in the standings. It's just the points in the standings is too like a stair function. You either get 3 points or you don't kind of a thing, but
Right.
a 6-0 win is just so much better than a 1-0 win.
Reminds me of a couple times in the National Football League, the 15-1 Packers lost in their first round playoff game, and the 9-7 Giants won the Super Bowl. The record doesn't necessarily tell you how good that team is.
Well, and in football especially, teams, 16 games, and they're professional too, and they do get better as the year goes on.
Right.
Different injuries are coming back or happen, and you get favorable schedules. There's no push from behind there, but there's one. No
Yeah.
call.
Whoa, what a move by
yeah.
Lechuga. Shot, and that was a bad shot.
Yeah, and then he punts it out of bounds. Well, I think he got excited. He had the ball. He got both the defenders behind him. He had to do something quick or he was going to get chased down from behind, and decided to let those kids chase it.
The move will be a Sports Center top 10 play. The shot maybe a Sports Center not top 10 play. Be a twofer.
So we're doing a commercial for Scott Van Pelt here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the clip. We got it on the SD card. We got it in the laptop.
Yeah, I like those top 10 plays they choose. He does a very good job with those.
The greatest not top 10 moment, I'll have to link you after the game. It was during a Kansas City Royals game at Kauffman Stadium, and the bat boy thought that the ball was out of play.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen it?
I did.
And the greatest is the call. I think it was Neil Everett. And he says, I got it. No, I got it. The bat boy gets in the way of the right fielder.
We might have seen a different replay on that then, because I saw it was a left fielder in the left.
I thought it was right field, but you're right.
Well, I mean, it could be a second time. I mean, that's probably not the only time that Bat Boy made a mistake.
Right, but what I'm thinking of, it was at Kauffman Stadium. By the way, on the live chat, let me know who was playing in that Royals game.
Yeah, not to bring up too much baseball, but one of the best clips.
Well, we got a baseball field.
Yeah, right. But one of the best clips ever was when somebody obviously, hang on.
That shot, and it's going to go wide.
Oh, yeah. But somebody made a clip somehow that the ball was hit foul, like it was going to be a home run, but not quite, in the foul territory in left field. And then the ball boy sprinted, maybe it was ball girl, I don't even know, sprinted up the left field line, then the home run fence line, and then caught the ball. It's just a great video clip. I think if you were to search it on Google, you'd probably have to look for great ball boy catches.
When Steel City is in the mood for the best tacos, it looks for a Tacanijo taco truck. Steel City would like to invite everyone to the field at the conclusion of the match for a picture and autograph session with Steel City. Autograph cards will be handed out at the conclusion of the match.
Is that tonight?
Yeah.
I remember they did that for the other game. I didn't know they were going to do it again tonight.
Stay informed, Bob. We gave you the cliff notes going into tonight.
And that ball went over the left field fence, picked up by the people in the picnic tables behind the field.
So since you're a Bob, does that mean your all-time favorite baseball player is Roberto Clemente?
No, but he was good. I remember him throwing the ball almost from the right field fence to home on a fly.
That lead pass, breakaway for Steel City.
There's going to be
He's
a penalty
clipped from
kick.
behind.
Yep. So you get another penalty kick. He's clipped from behind. Obviously, a slide tackle again in the 18-meter box just doesn't work.
Right.
Does a somersault. Now, in all probability, he saved a goal. But I think at the end of the day, you'd rather have the goalie take that shot away as opposed to a penalty kick to take that goal away.
Right, and that's dangerous, partner. That's how injuries can happen.
Well, that's why people fall down and they're holding their ankle. It's not just for show. It does hurt. Unless LeBron does it, then of course it's for show. Ooh, I got another giggle out of the videographer there.
Greatest of all time.
Not close.
Steel City would like to recognize its most generous supporters. Club memberships include season tickets, swag, and other benefits. This would make it a 5-0 lead if he can score on the PK.
Yep, and a live ball afterwards to see if he can save it.
He shoots, He scores! 5-0 lead for Chicago City SC. Santos Contreras, 5-0 Rockford will finish the season without a win this year, partner.
Yeah, and it goes back to, okay, 5 goals against them. How are those goals scored, right? And 2 of them were on penalty kicks. Again, you cannot blame the goalie for that. It's a penalty kick. And we don't know that if that somersault didn't happen, that the goalie wouldn't have been able to snuff that shot out. So, again, I don't see a goalie problem here. I see a defensive breakdown problem and stop, slide tackling, and missing the ball in your own zone.
I wanted to say, though, when you have bad seasons like this, at least when in terms of wins and losses, the Carolina Panthers went 1-15. 2 years later, they almost won the Super Bowl. Well, it can happen like that in sports.
Well, and Rockford too. I mean, you make the right adjustments for players, and all of a sudden you had maybe one goal scorer and maybe a different defender, and that's, again, these teams are tough, so it doesn't take a whole lot to turn that ship.
In 1990, both the Minnesota Twins and the Atlanta Braves finished in last place in their respective divisions. And guess who played in the World Series the next year?
Both those teams? I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it can happen like that in sports. If you get the right kind of personnel, if you get the right kind of leader, Rockford, I'm not saying they're going to go from 0-7 to 7-0, but anything can happen in sports. That's why people love them.
Yeah, well, and we're going to hope that happens for the Bears.
Well, the Bears, that's another problem. Bring Lovie Smith back, then they'll start winning again.
Oh, no. Oh, I like that pass if he can pull it out of midair. Great, nice grab. It was a good move to go give some ground, hold on to the ball, don't lose it. He's got some wheels.
So how does that happen, partner? For Rockford, they almost beat RWB Adria, but then they lose 11-1 to Chicago City.
Yeah, you probably have to look to see who was at that game. Was somebody missing? I remember Rockford has the largest roster we've ever seen, right? So maybe some of those players weren't there that day, and depending on who's missing, that can make a big difference. I'm saying Rockford has a pretty decent group here. They're just behind 4-0, but they're not entirely playing that bad. 5-0, but they're not entirely playing that bad.
You gave them a 1-goal handicap.
Well, it was a penalty kick, right?
I mean, it's just not winning soccer. You can't give up 2 PKs in a game and expect to win.
Yeah, when's the last time you saw 1 PK given up, let alone 2? And again, defensive gaffes. That's why I'm here. I just don't think it's a goalie problem. I mean, maybe they could use a better goalie, maybe, but you don't know that until you shore up the defense here.
He only made 1 real mistake.
Yeah, but keep going, Rockford. You just haven't seen a lot of any kind of sustained offense either. So they've got some figuring out to do.
And for Steel City, have you seen some improvements offensively that wasn't as good at the beginning of the year, or is it just a Rockford team that struggled all year defensively?
Well, I think Steel City will be the first to tell you they've played better, but against better teams. There's an attempt to get an embellished penalty kick call. Oh, wait, though, the yellow card is out.
So Bavaria, not the season they wanted to have, partner. They were the national amateur champions for the Midwest Premier League last year. They're not going to win the Heartland Conference this year. Are you going to get an A-plus effort for them on Saturday, or are they just kind of waiting for the season to finally be over?
Well, a number of times that we've seen Bavaria, and all we've seen is nothing but hustle and a lot of talent. So, yes, I think you're going to see an A or an A-plus game from them this weekend, and they're going to need to. I mean, Steel City is a good quality team. I think you're also going to get an A or an A-plus effort from Steel City this weekend. I think today Steel City would be the first one to tell you that, well, yeah, we won, but, we could have played better, probably soft things like we need to communicate a little bit more, things like that. Not specific tactical, when you shoot the ball, it needs to be lower, or, look for a one more pass near the goal. I think it's going to be those soft things, communicate more, positioning a little bit better, little improvements like that.
I know you talked a lot about goal differential. Here's a stat for you. In the 2010 NFL season, the San Diego Chargers had the most points for and points against, and they missed the playoffs. How did that happen?
Yeah, well, I guess it goes back to that ratio, right? If you score a lot but give up a lot.
But they didn't give up a lot, and they scored a lot, but their special teams couldn't get the job done.
So this one's over. Merciful ending here, a 5-0 shutout. You like to say clean sheet?
Shutout win for Sam Price. Partner, he didn't have to do a lot, so he won't be our man of the match. Our man of the match will be Jake. It'll be Jake Davis. And we will interview him, the man of the match. Appreciate everybody watching. Zach Davis from Lincoln Way Central. Plays his college soccer at the University of Illinois at Chicago.
You said Lincoln Way Central. Where is the game Saturday?
Lincoln Way Central. It's at his alma mater.
How fun would that be? Here you are playing in this league, right? And then you go back to your old high school to play. Hopefully he gets honored in some way.
He'll score a goal, or he'll no longer be allowed his alma mater ever
No.
again.
Now, I like this afterwards, too. This Steel City team knows how to get fans. First off, you're playing in just a perfect venue, right? Then after the game, lets the kids run on the field and play some soccer. I just think it's they invite teams to do the ball boy duties. They do a great job, to get fans here.
So we will interview Zach Davis with the penalty kick win. 5-0 win for Steel City, and that does it for our play-by-play broadcast. Coming up next, the post-game show on SBS, a broadcasting network for everyone, but for our awesome crew, James Thompson, Emily Lazarevich, Bob Vilsaway. I'm Kyle Smith signing off. Post-game show coming up next here on Sports Broadcast Solutions.
Attention, growth-minded contractors. Are your appointment cancellation rates increasing and your margins decreasing? They don't have to. We have the solution to help you turn those numbers around and grow your business, regardless of the economy. Engage clients before appointments, decrease last-minute cancellations, and increase keep rates with our easy-to-use virtual home designer tool. Clients will be actively involved by uploading their house pictures that personalize the design process. Your clients can change the design of their house and upgrade the parts they want with our product catalog. Clients can download the design report, accelerating the process and closing the deal quickly. Impress your clients and stand apart from the competition while demonstrating your skills with Richards Building Supply Virtual Home Design Center. Do you expect experienced, professional, and personalized attention from your building supply partnerships? You should. Are you getting the specific attention you need to help your business grow? You can. Introducing ICO Roof Pro and Grow through Richards Building Supply. As a professional small business, you need real solutions to achieve your desired growth outcomes. This requires more than sample boards, pricing, and on-time delivery, which sets the bar too low. You need more. To grow and win in this ultra-competitive environment, you need ultra-competitive solutions. With Richards Building Supply, get the personalized attention you deserve and need. Take advantage of incredible first-time user incentives. Gain discounted access to a host of our industry's most reputable marketing tools through a Roof Pro membership. And that's just the beginning. Don't believe us? Let us show you. ICO Roof Pro and Grow through Richards Building Supply.
Hello guys, how you doing? My name is Robert Mitten. As you can see, I'm part of the C1 team. C1 is gonna be number one. I had a Class B CDL license for about 4 years. I just upgraded to a Class A. When it comes to experience, I have about 6 months experience. I found this company by a good friend of mine named Andy. He also helped my cousin get in named Ricardo. And we have a friend of mine named Twan. He's here with us. It's a great company to work for. It's a growing company. Also, my supervisor, Danny, he's the best. He's a real good guy, man. Hey, Danny. With all the other drivers, everybody here, we all get along. We work together as a team. That's pretty much it, guys. Just, you know, if you're interested, apply. It's a great company to work for. The staff is perfect. C1 is gonna be number one.
For the past 3 years, we have been awarded Energy Star Partner of the Year for Energy Management, and this year we have won Energy Star Partner of the Year for Sustained Excellence, which is the highest level of EPA Environmental Protection Agency recognition, and it is truly an honor. We're very, very happy to receive this award and this recognition.
A deal for me?
A deal for everyone!
17 East Van Buren Street, Joliet, Illinois.
This is Emily Lazadovich here with Sports Broadcast Solutions, the broadcasting network for everyone. Today we're here with Zach Davis. Incredible PK today. Played really well offensively. Take me through your thought process before the penalty kick and why you think your coach picked you to have that opportunity.
I didn't get the PK. I earned it, but I had the man on my back. I knew he was there hard. I just got in front of him, waited for him to stab in, and he hit me. I went to the ground, got the PK.
Absolutely. Talk about your offensive chemistry today. You guys obviously played really well together. What was the difference between this last game that you guys had and the game previous, having a huge shift in your offensive dynamics?
We switched up tactically a bit. I think that helped a lot. We got some fresh legs. Some guys weren't there 2 days ago, so that helped a lot. And yeah, I mean, we've gotten a lot better with just bouncing the ball, moving it really quickly, and it worked out today.
Absolutely. And then Price, obviously, complete shutout. He had the sweep today. Talk me through how your defense really helped push the offense today, coming through and getting those breaks for you guys.
Yeah, constant communication. I mean, we're always screaming at each other, always telling each other to get up and moving the ball and stuff. And we were able to put 4 passes today.
All right, and then talk to me about how it was to be with McGrath, having him back, kind of having that dynamic shift. Talk me through that and how that really helped your offense as well today.
Oh, he's definitely a key player. Like, he can hold the ball really well up top, so it's good to have him back just to lay it off to him, and then he gives you it right back. It's nice.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Zach, and make sure to tune in on Saturday as well.
Do you expect experienced, professional, and personalized attention from your building supply partnerships? You should. Are you getting the specific attention you need to help your business grow? You can. Introducing ICO Roof Pro and Grow through Richards Building Supply. As a professional small business, you need real solutions to achieve your desired growth outcomes. This requires more than sample boards, pricing, and on-time delivery, which sets the bar too low. You need more. To grow and win in this ultra-competitive environment, you need ultra-competitive solutions. With Richards Building Supply, get the personalized attention you deserve and need. Take advantage of incredible first-time user incentives. Gain discounted access to a host of our industry's most reputable marketing tools through a Roof Pro membership. And that's just the beginning. Don't believe us? Let us show you. ICO Roof Pro and Grow through Richards Building Supply.